So as we walk around NAB, we tend to stumble across the odd person that we desperately need to talk to about what they think of NAB. Earlier today we found Jeff Boyle walking around the Blackmagic stand, and here's some of the thoughts that Jeff had about some of the things that he's seen in NAB 2012.
Basically what I've seen is a ton load of bullshit. There are so many people here selling equipment that don't understand what they're selling, that use terms that they haven't got a clue what they're saying, don't understand them. They're chips made by the Bayer company. Really? And, you know, it's 8-bit, it's CYBR, it's RGB, it's Gorgonzola. You know, I'm waiting for someone to actually say that. It's a waste of time. There are a few things here that are really interesting, and the occasional shock, like that. The Blackmagic camera, I think, came as a surprise to nearly everyone. It's actually a friend of mine in Australia who's been testing it and hasn't told me about it. Keeping an NDA to an, you know, that's outrageous. It's an interesting, I mean, it's Blackmagic again, coming in from somewhere where no one expects them to, and really causing a stir.
So it's very competitively priced. I mean,
that's one way of describing it.
Is it at this price? Is it a usable camera?
I think so, and I mean, obviously, I want to use it. I want to test it. I don't like the 4:3 format. It's not one nor the other, and so lens coverage is going to be difficult. But that's cool. It's dealable with. I want them to be able to gen lock it, or frame lock it somehow. It doesn't have to be gen lock as such, so I can use two of them in a 3D rig, and that would be really neat, because it would be a very cheap and very small mirror rig, and at a good resolution, and it appears a very good dynamic range. So impressive as hell.
And Blackmagic have a habit of bringing out things quickly and then upgrading or constantly
upgrading. And generally they work. They do have problems occasionally, as we all know, but they fix them quickly. And I think I don't mind companies that have problems if they fix them properly. And, you know, that's what they do. Other things here, some interesting 3D outside from 3Reality and from Pace. Different approaches. I love for 3D to work, you have to get the crew sizes on live OBs right down. You cannot have a convergence puller for every camera. And both those companies are showing systems that will basically run on their own. And that makes it work for TV, for sports and so on. What else? I'll tell you what else. ARRI. They're showing they're basically rescanned material. They've rescanned 65, 35 and regraded Alexa material. And they're showing on two monitors side by side. One, both Dolbys. One is a standard 709, 110 nit brightness level. The other is the extended range system, which takes it up to 600 nit. The material has to be regraded for that range, but the Alexa has the dynamic range in its recording to cope with that. And looking at the pictures, it's just staggering. I mean, that to me is probably the most graphic thing I'll walk away from here with. That watching a rescan Name of the Rose, and it's 35, it's not video, you know, not digital, but seeing how much extra they get out of it because they've gone to this extended range 709 is just, I mean, if you haven't seen it, go and see it, because it really is vital. I'm also interested in the way that ARRI are making the whole system work for rental companies, so that the cameras have a longevity, where other companies churn them over every year. You get a new model. The Alexas, you know, kind of extend, and then they add functions to them that rental companies can put in or not, and it's a rental facility. It keeps companies in business, and companies being kept in business means they can buy more cameras. You know, which is the whole model of changing a camera every 6 months doesn't work in a business where people rent cameras, and it has been a major problem for people. Other things, C500, really cool. It was fairly obvious that was where they were going to go. But I like the simple solution. It's the same as ARRI RAW, but they've gone with 444, except the fourth bit, instead of being alpha, is the second green layer out of the Bayer chip. Wonderful. It's simple. It's but it actually needs no work doing to it. And there's some nice digital recorders around for it. There's the Codex, obviously, and the new small Codex, and the Codex Vault stuff is great. It's a great backup solution, which I think we need, But I love convergent design. It's a different market. It's much smaller, much cheaper, and it's a lovely, elegant simplicity to it. So,
So, as always, in a massive show like this, it's a matter of finding there's a few little nuggets amongst them.
Yeah, it's the... I was going to use a phrase, I won't. But it is, there are nuggets here, but you've got to work hard to find them, because there really is so much marketing BS that you just drown in it.
Well, Jeff, it's always appreciated your honest opinion on everything. Thank you very much for taking the time to talk to us.
Welcome. Cheers.